Okay, so this is part 4 of our third-person combat tutorial series. In this episode, we are going to add damage to the sword. So we've got this mannequin here. He is going to be our enemy, or we're going to make an enemy out of him. That's going to be the first thing we do. And we're going to set up an animation notification state for the sword. And like I said, that's a lot of fun to play around with, so we'll get to that in a minute. But the first thing we need to do is go in, make a new folder, and call it enemy. And inside that folder, no, just go outside it first, we are going to, so we've created the enemy folder, go to the third person blueprint, blueprints, right click and duplicate and call this enemy underscore BP. And then click on this little square here that's going to open up your contents and all your files. Drag enemy BP into your enemy folder and then move it here. Don't copy it there because then you'll have 2 of them. You don't want that. So delete that guy. Go back to our content, to our enemy, open him up, and delete all of the code for the movement. We don't want any of that. We don't want the camera or the follow. We just want this. Okay, so there's our enemy setup. Now, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to create. So we'll go to our content folder, open up our player folder, open up the animations, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to blueprint class. And then it's not one of these. We want to go to this drop-down menu that says all classes, and we want to search for anim notification state, right? It's this one, anim notify state. Click on that and hit select. And then we're going to call this player deal damage underscore ANS for anim notification state. Right, and then we're going to open that up, and then in here we need to create a function, and it's going to be an override function, and it's going to be called received notify tick. So it's going to be checking for this all the time. Okay, then we just need to separate these 2 nodes because we're going to write some code in between them, and the code we want is a sphere trace by channel. So sphere trace by channel, that one. Okay, and then we're going to need to fill this out. So we're going to need a start location, an end location, a world context object, which is going to go into the mesh component, I believe. And then I've just got this example up online. Let me just double check with that. I believe they go into there as well. Let me just, yeah. Okay, sorry, I was just looking. I just had to check this before I started. So, right, open this up. And what we need to do here is a get socket location. In fact, in order to get that, we have to drag out here. So drag out the mesh component and type get socket location. And we're going to want 2 of them. So Control CV to copy paste, and then put that back into the mesh component. Right. So let's go create these 2 sockets. So go to player skeleton. Again, if you can't find that, it's in your player folder, in your mesh folder. And then we want to click on the right hand again. Now we've already got our sword in here, so this is going to help us. So click our right hand, right click, add a socket. Now we're going to call this socket, I'm going to call it sock1. That's important what you call it and how you spell that, how you write it, because we're going to have to recreate that exactly in this player deal damage notification state. We're going to have to write it here. Okay, so we want to place this at the base of the sword, and then we want to place the other one at the tip of the sword, right? So let's do that now. And that's going to define the space that is going to deal damage. Now, you don't have to get this 100% exact, but obviously in your project you can spend a bit more time on it than I'm going to now. Now make sure you look in 3D at this so that it's not off, and also try and line up the Z-axis with the bit that would be on the Z-axis. Okay, so that looks good enough. And then we're going to go again, right hand, right click, add socket, and then guess what we're going to call this one? Sock 2. And then we're going to, go back to sock 2. And then we're going to line this up with the end of the sword. As best we can. Oh, it's a nightmare getting this lined up. Too far. And there we go. Looks okay. No, done. Right, and then I'm going to just bring that down by a notch. Okay, again, you can spend as much time finessing that as you want. Go back to your player deal damage animation notification state. And for the top one, put in sock 1. And for the bottom one, put in sock 2. Okay, and then pop that into the start and pop that into the end. Now, for trace visibility, what we want to do is we want to set that to camera. And for draw debug type, set that for duration. Okay, and that should be everything that we need there. Hit compile on that, and then what we need to do is we need to actually go into the animation that we're using, so which in this case is the sword and slash, which is this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to hit pause. I'll just hide that, and then we're going to find the point at which we would start doing damage. So on about there, right about there, she's going to start. Yeah, I was going to say it's there. So here we can see we've got this on the notifiers. We've got this red line. We'll right click on that, and then we've got a bunch of options. We've got add notify, but this is the one we want, add notify state, and then you'll see your player deal damage animation notification state. Click on that, and what will happen here, it will have a beginning and an end. So it will start at that moment. You can see there, oh, there's a problem. We haven't set a size for the sphere, so we'll go and do that in a second, but it is working. Okay, and then we will have it where it would end, so where it would stop dealing damage, so about there. And then we could just drag that second part to there. Okay, simple as that. If we go here and set the radius to be 10, let's say, and hit compile, go back over here, hit play, and then you can see we're spawning those spheres on our sword, and if anything overlaps with that, we can do whatever we like. No deal damage and all that kind of stuff. So that's what we're going to go and do now. Set up some. In fact, let's not set up a. Yeah. Let's set up damage. Okay, that makes sense. So save, and then now again we'll see this in game as well. So if we hit play. If we hit something, we'll get a green, which is positive. I can do that while moving as well. Okay, so let's place our enemy in there. So grab our enemy, place him in, rotate character to face, and also rotate him. Okay, so what we want to do is go in here. I will set it up with a print string for now. Let's see the time. Yeah. So we will, right, I know what we're doing. We'll go here, and we're going to open up the player animation notification, because what we can do here is drag out and type deal damage. Maybe we have to do it like this first. So if we break the hit result, That's right. Yeah. So we break the hit result, and if it's an actor we've hit, and what we could do at this point is actually cast to enemy. Right. Plug that into there. Just bring this up here so it all makes sense. So we'll cast to the enemy because we want to check to see if the actor we have hit is the enemy. And if that is the case, then I believe we can deal damage. Not deal damage, it's apply damage. There it is. Apply damage. Damaged actor is the enemy BP. The amount of damage we're going to do is 0.25. Again, that can be changed. And that's it. Right, now, in order to get that to register, we've got to go into the enemy BP, go to his event graph, right-click, and type event any damage. This is checks to see if any damage has been applied, and obviously we have done some here. And it's being cast to the enemy, so it's been applied to the enemy. And this is checking to see if that's happened. And if that has happened, what we're going to do is we're going to print a string. And we'll print a string for the value of the damage. So it'll tell us how much damage is being done. So if we hit compile, if you don't know what a print string is, what it does, it just prints out some text up here so you can do some debugging and checking stuff. So if we hit him, it's hitting him for 0.25. All right, so that's registering the hit. Now, what we need to do to get this set up properly is to go grab another character, go grab another bunch of animations, and set that up. But what I'll hopefully quickly be able to show you is how to get some effects in here. Let's just check the time. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Epic Games Launcher. So I'm going to double click on that to load it up. Now, this is going to take a while because my computer's been really slow, so I'll pause the video. Oh, maybe not. Right, so that's loaded up. And now, what's great about this is that you can play all, Fortnite and get all your games from here, but I don't bother with that. I just, all your games that you make will be stored in your library, and any free content or the content you buy from Unreal's Marketplace will be stored here too. Now, I've been getting the free content for a while, so I've got quite a lot of stuff here. But if you're just starting out, you probably won't have much. But if you want to check on how to get, you just go to the Marketplace, and then find the free stuff. But I'm not going to go. I don't want to go through that now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly add something to my project. So once you do have some free stuff or bought some stuff, it'll appear here in your vault. And I have a special effects pack that I want to add. And I should be able to add this to the project file, so you should get this. So I'm going to click Add to Project, and then I pick one. So this one's called Third Person. Where is it? This one. No, not that one. Third Person Combat Tutorial. But you just find whatever yours called. Add to Project. And then that's just going to add that from here. These are brilliant. Like I say, Unreal add 3 or 4, sometimes 5 or 6 free asset packs or whatever it might be every month. At least they're treating us with all that Fortnite money. So what we're going to do is we're going to just use one of these impact particle effects, so that when I do hit the guy, there's a little bit of impact there. There's a little bit of particles and all that sort of stuff really do sell your games. So you want to be getting those. You want to be collecting special effects packs and stuff like that, because they're difficult to make and they really look great. So if you have the rights to use them, you might as well use them. So let's go to our content folder, and now we'll see here Stylize combat effects. And if I go to particles, we'll see all the different particles I've got to play around with now. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this P impact for when I hit him. So let's set that up. So I think we should be able to set this up in the animation notification state. So let's open that up. Apply damage, but also spawn emitter at location. Spawn emitter at location. The location wants to be the impact point on your hit result. The emitter wants to be the P impact. Rotation and scale we can just leave. Hit compile, and we have an error. Oh, the world context object wants to get plugged all the way back over here to the mesh component, and then hit compile. Then hit play, and I think we're going to see an error because we're going to get multiple hits. Yeah, oh, but it didn't play the... But it didn't play the particle for some reason. That's weird. Oh, it looked like it was going to work. Turn off auto destroy. Maybe it's still adding them. No, it's finished adding them. Okay, that's very odd. That is not playing. Tell you what, I think there's a problem here, but sometimes this does happen, so you just need to... I'm just going to delete that and set that up again. So apply damage, then spawn emitter at location. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn the explosion because I know that that works, and just see if it's a problem with the emitter. So world context object, is that... Maybe it goes into the hit actor. Yeah, that might have been the problem as well. And the location be the let's try location instead of impact point. Okay, so that definitely right. So let's go backwards now and see what it was because I changed too many things there. Right, so first things first. Let's just change to see if I can. So impact, compile, play. Yeah, but you'll see also that I'm getting... He jumps because there's physics, and I'm also getting multiple hits. So we'll just fix that quickly, and we'll call it a day for this one. So I'm not sure we can do once here. In here, yeah, we can. That's good. So, also we need that return node. So we only want all this to happen once. So once we've cast to the player, so we'll do that, and then we'll do all that. Can I have another arrow coming out of there? No. Right, I think we'll have to solve that in the next one. So let's just see the time. Oh, wrong thing, guys. Yeah, we've already gone over. So we'll have to resolve that in the next one. I'll see you then.